Until people hate you for no reason, you cannot love yourself the way you're supposed to love yourself. Some of you, until people disappoint you, you cannot fight and fight or trust only on the Lord. Sometimes God may want you to trust Him, and He causes people to disappoint you. Are you following? It is divine mandate, divine purpose. Bible said they sold him to the issue, not a master plan. When you receive grace, that small thing you know you can do. When grace comes, that little thing you can do when grace comes. I told you in the book of John chapter 9, Bible says Jesus met a man that was born blind. And they asked Jesus, whose sin was it that this guy was born blind? Jesus says he was born blind, that the work of God may be made manifest through him. In other words, God purposely created that guy blind just for Jesus to come and heal him and become glorified. Are you here? Are you following? When God brought Goliath, God purposely did it that in the whole land of Israel, nobody can come out to challenge Goliath if not a 17 years old boy. And this young boy have never gone to military training before. And he will not use a sword. He will not use an arrow. He will use what? Ordinary stone. Are you here? It is God's divine what? Mandate. Divine purpose. What you need is grace. When you receive grace, you will surely see a difference between what you are doing now and what you are doing then. Grace is what we are talking about. If you need grace, raise your hand. I prophesy to every one of you. You may be thinking I'm begging you to come to church so that you give offering. Listen to this. We are talking about trusting in the Lord. Trusting completely in the Lord. No man is your helper. No woman is your helper. Only God is your helper. One thing I believe is nothing is permanent in this life. Some of you that are here today, you left somewhere and you came here. Is it true? Sometimes it may happen that you will leave here and you will go another place. Life is all about movement. You have to understand this. Even in your personal life, it's not everybody helping you today that will help you tomorrow. There are people that will not help you today. It's not because they will not help you, but their time to help you have not what? Have not come. Understand that. It's only God that is your helper. A great man of God said, in anything you will become in this life, know God, work hard, everything will happen on His time. Are you hearing me? Anything you will become, introduction I want to make there. Bible said, there was a great man born. This great man, Bible says, he will possess a supernatural power. I told you that Samson was not a giant, he was just a slim person. But there is what is called a divine power that comes upon him. Bible says in chapter 14 from verse 1, he saw a woman in Philistia. Many of you are not aware that Samson married. Samson had a wife. The first woman is not Delilah. Bring that Judges 14 verse 1. And Samson went down, yes, to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Verse 2, first. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughter of the Philistines. Now and therefore get her for me to wife. Next verse, verse 3. Let's see what happened. Then his father and his mother said unto him, is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren? Are you here? Or among all my people that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, get her for me, for she pleased me well. Verse 4. Look up, look up. But his father and his mother knew not that it was the Lord, that he sought an occasion against what? The Philistines. It was not ordinary that among the whole people of Israel, Samson did not love any woman, if not from the Philistines. In those days, Bible says, the people of Israel sinned against God, and God gave them into the hands of the Philistines to rule them and to oppress them. Their problem was they would go to harvest and plant. No, they would go to their farms and plant. During the time of harvest, the Philistines will come and harvest everything and go. Every year, that's how they do. They don't come and kill people. And Bible says there are like grass. They are very, very many. Their soldiers are uncountable. During January, February, they will allow you go and plant, go and cultivate. After you have cultivated. During July, August, September, they will come and harvest it for you. With their soldiers, so if you talk, they will buy you. Bible says they were praying and looking for who to help them. One day there was a man who was barren for many years. An angel of the Lord appeared to the wife and said, you will have a son. This very son will become an anointed from the womb. Lo and behold, end of the story, he became Samson. Samson became a strong man by the power of the Holy Spirit. Bible said God was looking for a way to use Samson to judge the people of Philistines. What did God do? God planted a very beautiful girl among the Philistines, and Samson saw her and said, this is the one I will marry. The family tried everything. He said no. They never knew. Verse 4, chapter 14 verse 4 says, his parents never knew that God was planning it, looking for an occasion he will use to punish the people of the Philistines. When he got, they finally agreed and they allowed him. He married the girl. When he married the girl, they betrayed him. They took his wife and they gave it to another man. He became angry. He said, now you will not blame me if I punish your people. The same thing they were doing to his country. He went. He burned all their farmlands with fire. They said, who have done this? They said, it's Samson from the Jew. They said, okay, we must get him. The first thing they did was they took his wife and his father-in-law and they burned them alive. Bible says when Samson heard it, the heart of Samson began to boil. To cut the whole story short, because of that provocation, he was a judgment. He killed many people. It was a divine purpose. God was looking for a way